Welcome to Low-Key PD. In this video, we're going to talk about short answer questions in Google Forms. So when you insert a question into a Google form using the add question command, typically it will default to multiple choice. We'll talk about multiple choice in a different video. In this one, we're going to switch this to short answer. Now, when you use a question in a Google form, if you're going to store the results in a Google spreadsheet, the text that you enter into this big box is going to be the header for each column in that Google spreadsheet. If you don't want that header to be gigantic, don't use the entire question in this box. Typically what I will do is I will either number the questions, question 1, question 2, or use a short description of what that question is asking for. Maybe it's asking for an email, first name, last name, something like that, because I want to keep those headers fairly short. And what you can do instead is if you go down to this little snowman menu and click on Add Description or just Description, you can go ahead and ask the question that you want to ask in the description, so the user will know what you're trying to get, what information you're trying to get from them, but it doesn't make the headers in the answer spreadsheet unnecessarily large. All right, so when you use a short answer question, basically what you're looking for is short form text from the user. Email address, name, a sentence or two. If you're looking for a long form text entry from the user, like say you're having them submit an answer to an essay question or something like that, you probably want to go with paragraph, which is a different one that will be addressed in a different video. But short answer is really for short textual answers from the user, specifically things that you wouldn't able to predict, something that may be unique for each user. If you can predict it, you probably want to use like a multiple choice question or something like that. But short answer, generally you don't know the answer ahead of time. That's something the user will know and will have to enter. You can format your question using any of the formatting styles available here. And for any question that you use in Google Forms, you can copy it or delete it or make it required. And then you also have response validation. So if you click on response validation, you're going to have a number of different options. And basically what response validation does is it makes sure that the user enters the information that you are asking for in a format that you are expecting. Right? So if you click on response validation and you click all the way to the left here, you're going to see 4 different ways that you can validate responses. Maybe you're looking for a number, maybe you're looking for text, maybe the input has to be a certain length, maybe it has to be a regular expression. If you know what regular expressions are, you probably don't need help understanding how to set up Google Forms. They're kind of tricky, very precise, very hard to understand, but if you do know, you probably are okay with Google Forms. So if we're looking for a number, right, and then we click on the validation types, there's a bunch of different ways that we can validate a number. Let's say I want that number to be less than or equal to 50, and if the number that they submit it does not fit that, it's less than or equal to 50, you can customize the text. Sorry, number too big. So those are some ways that you can use short answer questions, including validation, to ask questions in your Google form where you want that kind of information, short text-based answers from the user that really only they would have, and input what you need from them.